Now at 6, tax delinquent property owners in Jasper County could face losing their home or property. How a Missouri lawmaker wants to change that. Plus, a Missouri lawmaker fights rising property taxes, and Missouri Pediatrics expands care in Southwest Missouri, opening a new children's facility thanks to Children's Mercy.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Property owners across the state of Missouri who've been delinquent on their taxes could see their property go up for sale. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Owners who have a 2-year tax delinquency have until August 22nd to pay the taxes they owe before their property will be auctioned. Jasper County Collector Stephen McIntosh says property owners will still have the ability to keep their property even if a certificate of sale is made.
If they can afford it, come in and pay their taxes. If they pay by the end of Friday, it won't be in the tax sale. End of Friday of what'll be the 22nd. Yeah, if they pay by end of next Friday, it won't be in the tax sale. That's their best plan of operation.
That tax sale is going to take place on Monday, August 25th, 10 a.m. at the Jasper County Courthouse in Carthage. The property value assessment process is expected to be a topic in the upcoming Missouri legislative session. 80 counties were informed by the Missouri State Tax Commission that they're out of compliance with state law. They needed to raise property assessment values. But as Missouri State Representative Dirk Deaton tells KOAM Samantha Walker, he's looking for reform to stop requests like that in the future.
Counties all across the state of Missouri sent out letters to residents this year, informing them their property assessment values were going to go up. The State Tax Commission says these increases, most between 10 to 13%, are an effort to get counties back into compliance. State law requires county assessors to list property values within 90 to 110% of market value.
But again, what's market value? I think what the State Tax Commission might be saying is market value, looking from Jefferson City versus if you're on the ground here. Again, I don't think it's as clear as one might try to make it.
Some assessors, like Cheryl Perkins in Newton County, have refused to raise their valuations by the requested amount.
The cost of living is going up, our utilities are going up, our insurances are going up, and we just can't afford another huge increase.
In response to assessor refusal, the State Tax Commission voted to withhold assessment maintenance funds, more than $100,000 in Newton County alone. Perkins says even her job is at risk. Now the commission's actions are drawing criticism from lawmakers like Missouri State Representative Dirk Deaton, who serves Newton and McDonald County.
Especially when a state bureaucratic entity, the State Tax Commission, unelected bureaucrats are trying to force and push elected county officials to raise these assessments. That's where I felt it was really inappropriate, and we've got to take a closer look at that.
Representative Deaton says he's now looking at reform that would put the power of determining assessment values and the percentage they go up to county assessors.
Bureaucrats would try to tell elected officials who are elected for the sole and express purpose of assessing properties how they should be assessing those and what market value is. They're the ones elected to do that. They're in the best position to do that. And if the people feel they're doing an inappropriate job of them, they have the recourse of electing somebody else.
The Newton County assessor encouraged community members concerned about these issues and how they may impact their homes to reach out to lawmakers. Representative Deaton says he's heard loud and clear from his constituents.
There's incredible outcry from the people, and I think we can all understand why. People are getting priced out of their homes. They've worked their entire life, they've paid off their mortgage, and now their property tax and other things are pricing them out of their home. That's not the American dream, that's an American nightmare. So we got to do whatever we need to make sure that people are protected.
Reporting in Southwest Missouri, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Dean says he is working on legislative reforms that would target increases into property taxes all across the state. Says he wants to file a bill to allow counties like Newton and Jasper counties to have the option to vote to freeze property taxes on their primary residence. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
And it turned out to be a little bit hotter for us today, a smidge above our average high, but that's going to continue to go up as we go through the next few days. So heating up, we're talking about temperatures upper 90s, but we have the humidity. So of course that means that high heat index, about 100 to 105. We still are watching a possible cold front that will try to get in next Tuesday and Wednesday, which could produce a little bit cooler as we get into late next week. We have some high-level cirrus clouds kind of pushing through. Besides that, pretty calm. Let me walk you through your Friday. We're going to start mid-70s, partly to mostly sunny skies, 96, 97, 98 degrees during the afternoon. We're sitting at 93 in Joplin, also in Pittsburgh, a little bit hotter once you get through northeastern parts of Oklahoma. And we're going to look at the weekend for you here in just a bit.
Catch you soon. Mercy Hospital has announced a new partnership with Children's Mercy in Kansas City. We hope to bring expanded pediatric services and specialized care to Southwest Missouri. Children's Mercy will manage Mercy's hospital-based and specialized pediatric care starting this November. They say that'll strengthen the coordination between providers and improve access to care for children. 10-time state champs, the Lamar Tigers, prepare to kick off the new season. Coming up, are the Tigers still hungry for a title? Sports director Ryan Blank with that answer later in sports. But up first, Joplin teachers are rocking it, preparing for the first day of school next week. We're going to take a look at the yearly tradition. We have a still developing story for you. A Joplin police cruiser is involved in a crash. Happened just about an hour ago. Some of you might have been watching our reporter Shannon Becker report live on this online. A Joplin police officer was running code, lights and sirens, to a call concerning a disturbance with a weapon when his cruiser collided with a pickup in the area of 15th and Illinois. Both the officer and the driver of the pickup were taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. This is a breaking story. We're going to have more details for you as they become available. Joplin District Schools come together for the Rah-Rah. It's a pep rally to get excited about the upcoming school year. Ty Parks has that story.
With the fanfare they deserve, Joplin teachers are welcome back to the 2025 to 2026 school year.
It's exciting. It kind of gets energy going for the new school year. It's fun to see all the friendly faces that you haven't seen all summer. So yeah, just kind of get you in the mood to get ready to teach, welcome the kids on Monday or next Wednesday.
Teachers from across the district come to the Joplin High School Performing Arts Center for the Rah-Rah.
Really impressive. I mean, Joplin is a big school district, and to see what it takes to teach these students and all these great individuals coming together, it's pretty awesome. And it's cool that the high school can bring everybody together and have a place to facilitate this Rah-Rah event.
During the Rah-Rah, exceptional teachers and staff are honored.
I feel like Joplin has provided so many resources to help teachers feel successful before the school year starts. So I'm excited. I feel like this is going to be a good year.
Students from different grades read essays about their hopes and dreams, all of this to keep up with the Joplin School motto.
One team, one vision, all in every day, to emphasize what that means for all of us in our work, and to remember, when we have the students on stage telling about their aspirations and what they want to do, whether they were, high school students or elementary students, I think it touched home about how important our work is every single day.
In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. Again, the Joplin Public School year begins next Wednesday. A little later, the spotlight on local high school football continues. Ryan's going to take a look at the Monette program and their chances for the season.
And our temperatures heating up a bit more the next few days. We're going to look at that coming. A little bit hotter outside for us today on this Thursday evening. Temperatures into lower 90s, but quite a bit of sunshine, but the humidity has been creeping back up, and that's going to be really the issue that we start to see over the next several days. We're actually under a heat advisory until Monday, but it's a low grade heat advisory, but still, you need to take it easy out there with those heat indices in that 100 to 105 degree range. Really no rain, not much going on, just a few high-level cirrus clouds kind of pushing through. But it is Thursday, and our drought tracker updates on Thursday. Now, over the past few weeks, it's been a little drier, but we did get some rain Sunday and Monday. We don't have a drought, but we're a little crispy. Cherokee County, Jasper, Newton, Lawrence down into Berry, and then we have a little bit of a moderate drought once you get down toward Table Rock Lake. So we want to keep that rain kind of consistent, but the next few days we're going to be dry across the region. Let's look at it. I'm going to walk you through about the next 60 hours or so. We're going to start into the mid 70s on your Friday. We're going to have a southerly fetch of wind, light. We're going to be into lower 90s by the noon hour. Once we get into the afternoon, high temp, 3, 4, 5 p.m., a 96, 97, maybe 98 degrees. So your Friday, very similar to what we saw today, just a couple notches a little bit hotter. As we go into Friday night, we drop back mid 70s again. As we go into Saturday afternoon, here we go again, 96, 97, 98. There could be an isolated storm. I would say 99.8% of you are going to stay dry. Heading into Sunday morning, we drop back into the mid 70s once again. Your Friday day planner, 75 to start, 93 by noon, 97 during the afternoon, 97s as we go into the weekend. That heat index about 100 to 103, maybe 105 in spots. Great shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. You can see those cirrus clouds up top, but overall looking pretty good. If you're going to be out this evening, slide back through the 80s into the 70s. Just drink plenty of fluids. Right now, we're still sitting into lower 90s across the region, and our humidity is kind of high. What this means for you, when you see dew points into the 70s this time of the year, it makes it feel muggy to soupy, and we're going to sit in that muggy to soupy range the next couple days, meaning our heat index 100 to about 105 as we go into Friday. Consistency about 100 to 105 once again as we head into Saturday. So just be careful if you're going to be outside, especially from about noon to 6, the hottest time of the day. This is all caused by our wonderful big old heat dome that we've seen a couple times this year. It's going to sit right on top of us as we go through the weekend, but it's going to retrograde back toward the west as we go through the middle of next week. That could allow a couple little waves to rotate around, maybe getting a minor cold front in here to try to cool us down as we go into the second half of next week. But the next several days, it's hot. 97 tomorrow, 97 Saturday, 97 on Sunday, even 98 on Monday. Mostly sunny, dry. 95 Tuesday, 92 on Wednesday with that front trying to get in here, a couple random little thunderstorms.
That's too hot, Doug.
It is hot.
I know it's not quite triple digits, but
it's up there.
It sure is. Thanks. Still ahead, the Chiefs get an update on a potential suspension for wide receiver Rashee Rice. We're going to have details. And yes, the weather is hot, but that's not stopping high school football teams from practicing. We're going to preview the Lamar Tigers and Monette Cubs up next.
The Lamar Tigers have built a dynasty over the last decade and a half, winning 10 state championships since 2010, and they enter this year as the reigning back-to-back champions. Similar to last season, the Tigers feel like they're being doubted after seeing several seniors graduate and coaches retire. However, Lamar is using the outside noise as motivation and are focusing on the guys that they have in the locker room.
We lost a lot of really good players last year. We lost a lot of really good coaches, to retirement and things. So, a lot of people think that we're going to take steps back just because we've had some subtractions by graduation and retirement, but our motivation is to prove all of them wrong. I've just seen what our program can do with kids. I've seen how our kids work. I've seen how they develop. I've seen what the off season is and kind of what that turns into come fall.
It's a real big motivation because, there's a lot of people that doubt us. It's hard not to go talk to somebody who thinks we're going to do something good, but if you talk to anybody here, we all think we can do something. So,
as the Tigers gear up for the season, the emphasis is to take it week by week. Lamar's philosophy is to learn from each practice and each game, but the most important aspect is to stay in the present.
It's going to take a consistent reset is what it's going to take. It's going to take us putting whatever happens on a Friday night, good, bad, ugly, put it behind us, read the scouting report on Sunday, and get better come Monday, and have that mentality throughout the week. That's the only way to do it. You cannot have, a rear view mirror outlook. You also can't be looking too far forward. You have to focus on where you're at right now.
Lamar kicks off the 2025 season at home on August 29th against McDonald County. The Monette Cubs redefined themselves a year ago, embracing the program's storied history with a new head coach. And as the Cubs enter year 2 under Ben Mock, they're eager to build upon last season. KOAM Sports' Ben McLeish has the story.
Just 2 seasons ago, Monette football didn't win a single game.
Taking over after an 0-10 season, the morale was down. Guys didn't know how to win. They didn't know how to train to win. They didn't know how to prepare themselves to win.
Now, second-year head coach Ben Mock is trying to change that, bringing a winning culture to Monette.
I think the biggest thing about Monette football is that there's just a rich history of tradition and excellence in the football program.
3-time state champions, 19-time conference champions. Cubs football has defined the town for decades, and the Monette community is all in.
That's one thing we were missing. We were missing our community, and I feel like right now our community is much more behind us than they really ever have been.
Looking up at the stands and seeing everyone cheering on when we score is just a great feeling.
Last season, the Cubs won 3 games, a big jump from their winless 2023 season. But now, Monette has its sights set higher.
I'd like to win a lot of games.
The Cubs return 14 varsity players from last season, 7 guys on each side of the ball. But they'll have their work cut out for them in the Big 8 Conference.
We play in one of the, I believe, the toughest football conference in the state of Missouri. So we're going to have our hands full week in, week out, but we're excited for the challenge.
Ben McLeish, KOAM News.
Monette opens their 2025 season at home against the Nevada Tigers on August 29th. Chiefs training camp wrapped up yesterday with the regular season rapidly approaching. And on Thursday, Kansas City received an update on a potential suspension for wide receiver Rashee Rice. The Chiefs star receiver is expected to have a disciplinary hearing with the NFL on September 30th due to his involvement in a multi-car accident back in March of 2024. This opens the opportunity for Rice to play in KC's first 4 games of the season and arguably their toughest stretch, facing the Chargers, Eagles, Giants, and Ravens. In July, Rice pleaded guilty to 2 third-degree felonies and was sentenced to 30 days in jail, along with 5 years of probation for his role in the accident. So some good news for the Chiefs. 2 big opponents, Eagles and Ravens. It looks like Rice will be playing, but if they're moving that suspension down, might be a little tough.
It might be good news, but there are a lot of tough stretches in this season, and he undoubtedly will miss some period of time. We just don't know exactly what it is.
Exactly.
I think a lot of fans would like to get this out of the way.
I think the Chiefs would too.
You bet. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Fort Scott debates whether to keep a half-cent sales tax to fund key city projects. Plus, a ribbon cutting officially expands tuition-free technical education and career pathways in Southeast Kansas. And the Community Foundation of Southeast Kansas expands Match Day into Match Week to boost nonprofit fundraising. Those stories and a lot more, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. It is August in the 4 states, and that means you can expect weather like that.
Yeah, I mean, our average high is 91, so we are a little bit above our average high, but the humidity is kind of high, so it makes it feel a little bit worse. Heat indices 100 to about 105. Over the next 4 days, mostly sunny skies, dry. A few thunderstorms on here Tuesday and Wednesday that could cool us down just a bit, but like you said, it's August.
Yeah.
It's August weather.
Yeah. And really, it does seem typical, even if it is hotter than usual. It seems like we always have this in August. Ryan apparently didn't get the purple tie memo, but he has
we've worked together a long time.
Yeah.
You guys are on the same page. You have the telepathy for it.
Apparently, we don't really communicate in advance, but it seems like very often this happens. Oh, well. What do you have for us?
Good news and bad news for the Chiefs. Hopefully, they get a resolution soon so the team can figure it out, but the longer this gets drawn on with Rashee Rice, the more it can hurt them.
We'll find out. See you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.